Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another flea market video. Again, this is one where mostly I'm talking here like a couple of weeks after the flea market happened, because that day in the afternoon I didn't have time to immediately show you the stuff, and also this was one of the occasions where I really wanted to clean everything up front again and research everything. And by my t-shirt you might be able to guess that this is very Barbie heavy. This was filmed and I mean the flea market happened etc. already when the movie was like out, so I was expecting definitely like, I don't know, are people getting crazy with prices for Barbies? And kind of but also not totally, so you really have to still you're still able to get Barbies at the flea markets for affordable prices, I would say. So this was a weekend where I went Saturday and Sunday, but this is just about the Saturday where I went to the flea market, the kind of antique heavy one at Karlshorst.
Who is this? Christy, isn't it? I don't recognize her earrings. So I'm really like, who is this? She must be a later one because she has the arms that were just like used from the late 90s on. I don't know, I have to check. He wants 10 for her. I don't know if that is really a price I want to pay at a flea market. Let's see what have we here. Oops, Elsa. Oh, this is something from My Little Pony. I have just no idea what. What is this? Play-Doh. This is something from the Play-Doh G4 My Little Ponies. Oh, cute Powerpuff Girls. Barbie dress, isn't it? Probably also pretty late. Yeah, this is from the decade that I can never really identify. It's late 90s, but those Barbie dresses, those princessy dresses. I have another one that I cannot identify for the heck of it. Nah, don't see anything. There's another one of this Play-Doh thing here. And another one. I don't know what I would do with that. What have we there? Pig. Bear. I mean, I'm interested. Honestly, like, not for 10. Oh no. But it's been so long since I found anything at the flea market. And I'm not even sure if this is a Christie.
Kein Streit, kein Streit.
Is this maybe a Shani? Oh, I don't know.
And this is my very first find. Yeah, already a doll for a not so good price, but this I think had nothing to do with the fact that the Barbies are very popular because of the movie. It was just, he said, well, it's a black doll, they're always more expensive, but I was able to get him down to €8. I think he wanted 10 in the beginning, and then like 8 together with one dress and one hair clip that I don't even know where it is, a hair clip from me. The dress is not really special or anything, but I really am happy that I still bought the doll, although €8 is not really a price I want to pay for a doll at flea markets. At first, the dress is just a normal kind of princess dress. I realized the sleeves are cut, but it still has the 90s Barbie logo. That's why I got it. It's probably from the 2000s. It might be from 2004 or something, from the Princess collection or something similar. I was not really able to find it. It's still a nice quality and everything, but I just wanted to bundle something together. The hair clip is I don't know, one from me, a bigger one with pink. I don't have it here, sorry. It's somewhere in storage already. But I'm so happy that I picked up this doll. At the flea market, it's like, I don't know which Christy is this? Or is it even Shani? It's Shani. This dress is not belonging to her. I don't think that this is even a Barbie dress. I think this might be a Petra dress, but I put it on her again because she looks so stunning in it, and it's such a beautiful dress. So let's first admire the dress before I tell you more about the doll. It has lots of layers and a lot of them are this organza fabric here. Also at the torso. So this is very, very typical for, I would say, Petra dresses. Oh my goodness. So if this is a Barbie dress, you know where it comes from, tell me. I'm pretty sure it belongs more or less to Petra, but it could be something else. It's just based on the materials used. So many layers. Even like petticoat underneath, and these leaves. It reminds me a lot of the green one actually from Tiana, so Disney princess, but I don't know. And it even has the matching like hair bow to it, so beautiful, and I will leave her in it. But she's clearly not a doll that came in this dress. Let me tell you a little bit about the line of Shani. I don't know if you are familiar with her. She is Mattel and she looks very much like one of the friends of Barbie. She kinda is and kinda isn't, because Shani actually was a doll line produced by Mattel in the early 90s. The head mold says 1990, body mold says 1991, so she must be released 1991, 1992. That's the era. A doll line of like 3 African American like beautiful girl dolls and 1 guy. So it was Shani, the main character. There's Asha, Nichelle, and Sean. So these are the characters, specifically made for more like an African American market, specifically in the US. The line was kind of successful and kind of not. Especially at that point, I mean, there were definitely also like surveys, etc., that little black girls still wanted to play with white dolls, because like from the beginning they were told black is not beautiful. Even the dolls don't look beautiful to them. So whatever, the doll line of these dolls just lasted up until the early 90s, so like 1994 I think was the last release. This is the Jewel Dazzle, or Jewel, there's the second name because Europe had a little bit of a different name for it. Jewel and Glitter, or Jewel Dazzle Shani. She would come in a completely different outfit, nothing poofy, but more like a small yellow thing where you could craft things on it. So little shorts and a little like vest in yellow. But then again, this doll kind of goes into the Barbie line, but let's first stay within the Shani line. So they all got like separate face molds. So she's the Shani face mold. There's the Asha and the Nichelle face mold, and I think Sean also got his own face mold. And these dolls also got their own body mold. They don't have the same body as like the typical Barbie from that era. It's almost not recognizable that it is different. It is because it is so similar. Maybe I take the dress off once again a little bit to show you. Really, I think they tried to like accomplish a little bit more of Black Beauty in terms of they tried to make it a little bit more curvaceous, but they didn't really succeed with that, because when you just look at the body, it almost looks, you know, like what a normal Barbie looks. But the body from the side, it's a little bit more curvaceous. It's a little bit more like more waist, and then the hips go a little more outward. But it is not really recognizable. It's very, very similar. Let me get a normal Barbie for you. Can you spot the difference? The upper torso is ever so slightly different. So it looks like she has a little bit more hip or something, or the the boobs are a tiny bit different, like the upper, the front part of the torso. But it's so little that I don't even know why they bothered to do that. They should have done it in way more different. But this body has a 1991 stamp. So this proves it. All of the other Barbies that have this body have still a 1966 stamp, which just gives you the indication that 1966 was the year when the twist and turn waist was introduced. So that's why most of them, the 90s, etc., 80s, etc., they all have the 1966 stamp. This body has a 1991 stamp because this is the first time that this body was used, and I don't think it was reused all that often, except for the arms. Those were definitely like the normal Barbie arms that you know from the mid to late 90s and up until the 2000s, etc. Because normal standard Barbie with the straight arms, you know, they just go up and down. They do not go outwards. And then we have, you know, the Barbies that have the superstar arm. So they are like this. But this is a kind of a straight arm that can go back and forth, but also outwards. And the mold is different. It's not just like this. It's a little bit more like this, and then it can... So this was definitely taken from the Shani line over to the normal Barbie line at one point, like I would say mid to late 90s then, and became the arm mold that was most used. But the Shani line itself, yeah, nobody really talks about it very often, because it didn't last very long. And I'm very sure that this doll specifically here was released in the normal Barbie line, because the Dazzle and Jewel thing, or Jewel and Glitter, was also a Barbie line actually, not really a Shani line to my knowledge, because there was Barbie, I think there was Teresa, and instead of Christy, which is the usual black friend of Barbie, they used Shani. So at least that's the way it was released in Europe, or in Germany specific, because I've seen German packages. Jewel, Dazzle, and then Barbie, Teresa, and Shani. So this face mold also was not really often like reused after that line. So of the 3 face molds of the Shani line, this is the least used one. The Asha and Nichelle face molds definitely were used from the late 90s up until the 2000s and longer for Christy. So when, like, I don't know, they discontinued the former Christy face mold, and then she often had the Asha or the Nichelle face. But yeah, I don't know, Shani faded into, I don't know, I think a couple of times her face was used, but like that's why I'm so happy that I picked up this doll, although it was a little more expensive, because she is a little special and she's in such a good condition. I mean, look at her hair. It has still the original crimp in it. So beautiful. I did not have to do a lot to just restore it, just washed it, conditioned it, that was it. She has her original hairstyle in it. So you can see, I mean, I don't want to take this out, but from that, it is kind of like taken to this one side, and then there are several knots here. And yeah, that's why she has the shorter hair, because this comes out from this knotted hairstyle here, so it's original hairstyle. She has these wonderful, beautiful earrings, which I had no clue where they come from. They are never seen again in a Barbie line, this earring mold. They are rose gold, so wonderful. And she also has the matching ring. So she is in such good condition, and I think she looks so pretty in this dress that even when I would find her original outfit, I don't know if I would put it on her, because this is so pretty. The original line, you know, you would be able, the very plain outfits, and you would be able to, you know, bedazzle them with, you know, little rhinestones and, you know, like glitter pens and stuff like that. So yeah, so she's from 1994, Jewel Dazzle Shani.
Just a new Barbie. I knew it. It's a My Little Pony. Is that fourth or fifth? Not fifth. Third or fourth generation baby. She can probably do something. I honestly don't like these, but it doesn't deserve to sit on the ground. It's cute. I just don't really like them. Oh, there's Barbie stuff, I think. Now I cannot even step closer to it. It's probably new stuff. It's just a Steffi Love. Oh, I do have this one. This is Steffi Love, I think. There's a Monster High shoe. Or even two of them. Or maybe Ever After High. Yeah, this is all new stuff from just a couple of years ago. This is a Baby Born surprise. It's all Playmobil. Oh, but it's 1993, so quite old. And I know a couple of people are collecting Playmobil. I have no attachment to it whatsoever. Don't see a date on that one. Someone just bought a Commodore 64. Beanie Babies. Nope.
Was ist denn aus?
Can it get any bigger than this? Next to this giant dog, even the stormtrooper looks small, but it's actually pretty big. Oh, it's missing the hands. Oopsie. It's not a stormtrooper, sorry. It's obviously a clone trooper. Don't see anything. I wonder if there's more in these bags that they haven't unpacked. Probably. Oh my goodness. We've got some Star Wars. Oh, two of the same Darth Mauls. I do have this. I have this exact one. So, oh my goodness, what happened to her face? No, Queen Amidala. I also do have this one, and I also do have this. Not exactly this, but I have a Count Dooku that looks very similar. It's a bigger Anakin. I also do have him. Oh, I have all of them. What is this? He looks strange. I think something has broken off. Otherwise it would have been some kind of a clone trooper, but he looks pretty broken. Some smaller ones. Here's a speeder bike. I'm not interested in these big ones. What's this? I don't know, part of General Grievous probably. No, I do have them. Oh, snack bar, big one. I don't think that I have this exact big Starglider, but I have a big Starglider with helmet, with X-Wing pilot helmet, so I don't need that. Nah. Very sad. Not a single one. I think that would have been €2, which would have been nice. What's this? Doll furniture? Got like dollhouse, small dollhouse things probably. Beauty case. What's in there? I want to know. A hair dryer.
Hier aber nicht mit. Ja, soll ich gucken?
I do have this. I don't need another one. And most of the stuff is also definitely smaller than Barbie. This is like really for small dollhouses. Oh, like a barrel of monkeys. That would be amazing for my Toy Story collection, wouldn't it be? I have to ask about this.
Okay, and I was almost expecting to not find anything else. Like at the end of the flea market, like the first round, at least I found this. And I was pretty happy. Like I would have been almost happy with just her and this. But let me tell you, there are more Barbies to come. But whatever, what is this? Why did I pick this up? It's a barrel of monkeys. And if you might not know, but I'm a huge Toy Story fan. And these, they are definitely part of the Toy Story franchise. So, and I don't have this toy. This is not directly from Toy Story. This is a normal, you know, toy. Has always been called Barrel of Monkeys. A very, well-known, like, it's not really a toy, it's more a game, you could even say. Was like, I think in the 50s or 60s, more like 50s, 50 something, 56 or so, released by a company called Lakeside Toys. The idea of these monkeys that you could, you know, hang on each other. And there is like rules to it. I don't know how the rules exactly go to that game. You can place as many of that you want, and at one point one falls down, then you lost, or whatever. I don't know what the rule book says about this game, but at one point this game was, or the concept was like went over into the Hasbro company, and MB Hasbro, so they released it. I don't know at what point they started releasing it instead of Lakeside Toys, but this here has a 1989 stamp. That's probably when this mold was made of this barrel, and then a 2003 stamp. So my guess is that this exact game here, Affenfassen in German, because it has a like guideline here, so I could read through it. I have just not done it because I don't intend to play it. It's really for my Toy Story shelf. Yeah, so this is by Hasbro, 2003, I think. These like barrels here, you could get them in several different colors. Always these, like, you know, strong, you know, this is the blue one, that's the yellow one, you can get it in red, and I don't know, green whatsoever. And they have different colors, monkeys inside. This one has the red ones. I think the Toy Story barrel, like that you see in Toy Story 1, 2, even, I don't know in which directly, but I think it's the yellow one. But you know, there are several very recognizable scenes in the movie with this with these toys. You know, for example, they try to make a chain of them to rescue a toy that fell out of the window and stuff like that. So or when in this dream sequence, Ham like puts this bomb, and all of these monkeys are like swarming after Woody, etc. So yeah, then I think they are definitely red in the Toy Story movies. I just think the barrel is not red, but I love that I found this. This will look so good on my Toy Story shelf. So it's not really anything that I want to have it because it's a vintage toy or something. It's the concept is vintage, but this toy directly is not that vintage. But it goes so well on the Toy Story shelf. I will decorate, you know, the monkeys around, and that will be so funny. But I'm happy I went the second round because I found more.
Интересно, она фотографирует или все-таки не?
Я так думаю, что как ты мне показал.
Brauchst du die Plastik oder das möchte ich? Das heißt Plastik rein, ja.
Точно?
Стресс ist am
Вот чем она тебе? Это что, загоревшая? Ровная? Целая? Подожди, что человек вернется.
Nee, lass nur eine weg. Nur eine weg.
Да это пожалуйста.
Aber hast du nur eine Metall so?
Wo?
Это какое-то странное мелкое лицо, видишь, по сравнению с
Oh my freaking goodness. I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dolls. Yes. I mean, I want to like put them aside a little again, so I have more space when I talk about every one of them individually. This vendor, yeah, glad I went a second round. I saw this vendor also the first time I went around the flea market that day, but they had not unpacked. So I just saw a lot of boxes and I had no clue. I tried to peek inside some of these boxes, but like really there, I couldn't see anything. But the second time around, all of the like tables were filled, and from afar I saw already, oh my goodness, a whole bunch of Barbies. All 80s, 90s, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. There were 2 women already interested in them. They were like luring over them. They had 2 of them in their hands and they were talking. I couldn't understand the language. I think it was Polish or it was Russian, but I couldn't understand what they were talking, but they were clearly also interested in them. But they just had 2 of them in their hands, so I snagged all of them down from them, took this one to my side, took this one to my side, took all of the other ones to my side, and I filmed it, you saw it, and then I asked for the prices, and these other women, they also asked for prices, and I think that was the time when they started to become not interested, because yeah, that was one of those cases. She said, oh well, Barbies are really popular right now, huh, because of the movie. She wanted €8 per doll. So the other women were like, they left them. So, okay, all of them to my side, because I was like interested in almost all of them. Because I could see there were a couple in that I'm like, is this really this doll? I hope this is this doll. Oh, she has this outfit. I've always wanted this doll whatsoever. So I was like not able to identify all of them in that moment. But I was like, if I take all of them or almost all of them, do I get a better price? And she immediately went down to like, okay, if you take a lot of them, then you get them for €5 per doll. I was like, okay, that's good. I rummaged around a little bit, but I was really not in the mood to really closely identify them all at the flea market already, because there was a little bit of pressure, because obviously probably other people would have been interested as well. I mean, the other women were gone, but she wanted to know if I get them, etc. So I grabbed all of them except for one. I think this one was not even in the footage because it was at the other side where the other women were. I was not interested in that one doll that really, like, yeah, she looked like beyond gone. She had super like thin hair, almost all plaques missing. She had kind of like blue on her face. So like if someone like, you know, I don't know what, like pen or something, pen marks on her face, etc. And like, yeah, haha, funny, but I don't want to bother with restoring this doll. So she was also an early 80s doll, but like probably one of the more budget lines. She had straight arms and normal, you know, normal early superstar face, blonde hair, but like nothing too crazy, I think. So I left that one, but for all of the other 8 dolls, I was then trying to get even the price a little lower. So I was asking for, can we even make a bundle deal for like 25? And then she was like, oh no, because like 5 per doll, 8, that would have been €40. And I was like, and she went down to 35, and then I was like at 30, and I stuck to 30, and I got them all for 30, which, sure, it started at this point when like, haha, the Barbie movie is really like, really going crazy right now. That's why Barbies should be expensive. But in the end, I paid, per doll, I paid €3.75. So just, I mean, often I don't take the whole bunch, and I just pick several ones, but this time I was like interested in almost all of them. Let's start with this one. She was not wearing this outfit. She was also one that I was not really like able to identify immediately, but I had the dress or the outfit, and it's Twirly Curls. Twirly Curls is from 1982-83, and I actually do have this doll. This actually is the same vendor that I picked the doll up the last time, but she had super cut hair. I still got her because the dress was in it. It was the lot with the Golden Dream Barbie and a lot of the 70s, 80s fashion. That was the same vendor. But yeah, I still have not rehaired her. Let me get her again. Not able to identify her for quite a long time because she looks different. She has a little bit of a different face, and the reason is that this one was produced in the Philippines, while this one is, I think, Malaysia. Let me check. No, Taiwan, sorry. Taiwan and Philippines. And let's check the faces. They are not exactly the same. This one has definitely more makeup on. She's very, very natural, and she has more blue. And also this line here, that's like on the right, on the corner of the eye, is more pronounced if you compare it to her. So there is definitely a difference. But like, what early 80s doll could this be? With this long hair, and then I was like, okay, it's just a variant. That's why I was like confused. And yeah, I have not rehaired her yet. Like, rehairing a doll takes so much time, and like, now I found her with hair. And let me tell you, all of these dolls are in such good condition. It didn't look like this because they were crazy dirty at the flea market. But like, all of the hair is really nice. The only thing is, all of them are missing earrings and ring. So most of them have like still factory curl. I did not have to do any like boil washes on them or boil perms because the hair is so good. And you can see it with her as well. I mean, I just gave her one of these, hairstyles that was kind of what she was supposed to be done with, because twirly curls is the doll that came with this little contraption. You would take 2 strands of hair, put this in this little apparatus, push the button, and then it would make these twirly curls here. So I don't have this apparatus, but I have her like her seat. So there was this purple like looked like a couch chair. That you could put her in, kind of strap her in, and then do this with this apparatus. But I can do it without it because, I mean, you can do these little curly strands of hair. You can do it on your own without this apparatus. And I would say she has probably been a very, very, very well-selling doll, because this is the skirt that I find all the time. I've only found this top, or it's more like a bikini, or it's more like a swimsuit type of, body, just once. But I have like 5 or 6, I don't know, of the skirt already. But now I also found the doll for the second time. I think she was very popular because she's kind of the first modern style hairplay doll for Barbie. I mean, there were hairplay dolls in the 70s and 60s, some that you could like, make the hair longer when you would pull it out, or some that came with wigs, etc. But this hairplay, a Barbie that came with really long, luscious hair, and this is the type of hairplay you are doing. This is kind of the first time Mattel did it, 82, 83, twirly curls Barbie. So I like her face more than the one I had previously, so I like the Taiwan one way more. So I don't know if I don't know what I'm gonna do with the other one. At one point I might rehair her, but I'm not sure if I keep her or whatever. So she will be on display, and I'm so happy that I got her. Okay, let's pick another one. Let's pick this one because this was the one that I could easily recognize at the flea market immediately. You probably as well. That is Wet n Wild or Aqua Magic. I had to think a little bit about the second name. Wet n Wild is like the name that I have always like immediately on my mind when I want to say like this about this doll line, anything. But I think European name was Aqua Magic. It wasn't Wet n Wild over here. It's a beach line. Yeah, her job is beach. There's also a Ken, and there's like, I don't know, there's a Kira or Marina in it. There's a, I'm not sure about the skipper probably, but there's a Teresa, etc., etc. They all have these bikinis or swimsuits that the pink part changes in cold water to purple. I have the bikini or bathing suit, monokini, whatever, for the Kira already. Showed it in another video. Now I have the Barbie, and this time, I mean, I do have the correct Barbie to it. This is the correct doll. She is in fabulous condition. She's a little bit like later, because most of these dolls of this lot are like, more like really 80s. She is early 90s because she's from, 89, 90, so release date 90. And she has already the Kanekalon hair, so the others, almost all of them, I mean, a couple of others, whatever. A lot of them have still saran hair. This is one of the dolls where, you know, they did often the Kanekalon hair thing. And I have not done a boil wash or boil perm or anything on them. And this is also correct. She came with one strand of hair that is really rooted. It's not attached or anything. That is straight, and the rest is curly. And I'm happy that I could like just keep her curls, because like this type of curl I'm not really able to replicate. I don't know how really to do this soft small curl, whatever. So like I'm just happy that she also, her hair for Kanekalon hair was still in a really good condition. So I'm happy to keep her like this. Obviously everything's washed, they were so dirty. She has the super light blonde bangs, and then the rest is more like, of her hair is more like honey blonde. And then this strand of like straight hair is also super blonde. She has her original like hair tie and bracelet. I mean, what else could you wish for? She is so beautiful, and I'm so happy that I could add her in this gorgeous condition with her original outfit. So, Aqua Magic, or I think the whole line is better known as Wet n Wild. Let's get to another beach doll, or actually kind of two that are really interesting. So, from the bathing suit, I could already tell, yes, Saint-Tropez Barbie. I have her actually, I don't have the bathing suit. And then there was one doll that was wearing this, check here. She was at the flea market, was wearing this dress. I do have it. It's from a wedding, like probably more like a bridesmaid dress from the early 80s. A little bit ripped. So the one I have already is in better condition. So I could not really identify the doll that was wearing it immediately. But then I looked at both of them and I was like, wait, they are the same doll. Both of them are Saint-Tropez Barbie, a European exclusive, you know, more like, also like beach doll, although there was not a whole line. It was more like a budget doll with just one bathing suit. This is the correct bathing suit here. And, you know, a lot of the early, like late 80s, early 90s dolls in Europe that were around this price range had like names like places to go on vacation: Saint-Tropez, Bali, Tahiti, whatsoever. This is one of those dolls. And I do have her. The one I have looks way more like her, because suddenly I realized, wait, there's something different about her. She has the bent superstar arms. She is kind of the same that I have, you know, straight arms. Most of the, you know, budget doll lines had this. I just put on another outfit now on her, just simple. Both of them have Kanekalon hair, so the fluffy type. And this is also, I didn't have to do much, just wash it. It came back, the factory curl, such good condition. Original hairstyle still on her, just replaced the rubber band. But then I started like, is her head just on the wrong body? Did they just swap the body? No, they didn't. Because I tried to look what country it said at the back. And I mean, the stamp already looks strange because it never looks like this with this, you know, like edge around it. There is no country. It just says, you know, the 66 because of the body, Mattel Inc., and then Mattel again, and no production country. So it's like, wait, what is this doll? I know it with ponies that sometimes they don't have a country on their hooves, so that always collectors call them no country ponies. And they are often made in Spain. I don't know what it is about that. Did Spain not have the rights to put their country on it or something? Because I researched and researched and researched about Saint-Tropez Barbie. And yes, I found out that there are versions that came with the superstar arms, so the bent superstar arms, and also with the more 80s type legs. If you compare these two, let's put the shoes of her out. She, so this is more than normal, like a little bit more rounded already, like toes and feet of Barbies from the late 80s, early 90s. She still has the very sharp and pointy feet that were more typical for the 80s. Also her hands. They are very more like thin and edgy and pointy. But actually the superstar arms always have a like ring here. This is kind of closed. Can you see that? So it definitely is not just a body swap from the head with some other doll. This is her original body, and she was most probably produced in Spain. So it makes sense that you would still find her in Europe. And I've also read someone else online who like had a picture of this doll, said back then he or she found this doll while vacation in Greece. So maybe also these dolls were then sold more in the southern European countries, Spain, Greece. I don't think that she was produced in Greece. I guess she was produced in Spain, but who knows, maybe also in Greece. But and it is still very likely that this doll ended up here in the northern part of Europe, in Germany, here in Berlin, because a lot of people, families went on vacation to these places, to Spain, to Greece, and they probably got this doll there. That's also how like these like Spanish ponies probably also like ended up in other parts of Europe, etc. So so I'm really happy that I have this variant. So this is the variant of Saint-Tropez Barbie. She has her bathing suit. She looks amazing. I really love that she has such a deep tan. I love Barbies with a deep tan. And also she looks pretty okay. I mean, I have this version, but if you look closer, she's probably the doll in the least good condition because her legs have this spot issue. There you go. This had a really big black spot in it. I have already done pretty good on it. There's just a little bit of black left, and all of the other spots are just light. Also in here, they had black spots in it. This is kind of, I think, mold. This is like something that comes out of the plastic, and not mold, but more like maybe it's even fungi. Same with the pony cancer. It's just that some like Barbie legs from the 80s. And this doll is from 89 or 88, 89. Still, they had this issue. Same with some ponies from the 80s. You can't really do anything about it because you can get out the black spots by like bleaching it with, hydrogen peroxide. Same as I do with ponies. But the light spots you will never get back. But I mean, it's not that bad on her legs. A little bit. You would probably just have to put a long dress on her or something. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with her because she is just a double, but she is like head, etc. and hair also still in such a good condition. I really just would like to know if all of these Barbies really belong to the same person. Maybe they were like two sisters or something, and because maybe one of them was a little older, because a couple of the dolls are really like 80s dolls. And then it starts with some of the dolls more like late 80s, early 90s dolls. So maybe there were two sisters, one little older, one little like younger. And maybe one of them got this doll while on vacation, and then the other one was like, oh, I also want this doll. And then they got her this doll while being back in Germany or whatever. I would love to know. Wouldn't that be so fun if sometimes you would just be able to kind of have a toy in your hand and kind of know the story? Like, where was it purchased? Was it played with? Was it just abandoned on an attic somewhere? Or where, like, I don't know, I would sometimes, but this is nothing that we really will know at one point, never. So there's no way. I don't have the force to have these visions or something. So yeah. Let's get to more of the dolls. Here we've got ta-da-da-da, Perfume Pretty Barbie. I do have her. You saw her in a couple of weeks ago in another video, but and I only have her dress. I have switched the dress now also to her. Still don't have the ruffles of the shoulders or any other accessories. Also, she does not have the cute bow earrings or the ring. She is the same production country, so also her hair. It's not Kanekalon, it's still Saran, etc. So she's almost the same as the other one, but her hair is better. Look at this. This is just like when I washed it and everything, it got back to its original factory curl. And I mean, wow, she's a beauty anyway. So also my other one has a really, really beautiful face and this beautiful, like very heavy bangs. I love when the doll is rooted with a lot of bangs. So, but like I keep her in my like display definitely now because she has this, oh my goodness, this luscious hair, factory curl, no boil wash needed. But yeah, she is the doll from 87, 88, and it's her original dress. She would come with a perfume bottle, etc. So I've already talked about her in this other video extensively, and I was so happy that I found her there, and I'm now even more happy that I have this version that has such beautiful hair. I just wish they all had, or some of them or whatever, had the ring and the earrings. It's very strange that none of them does. Really none of them, as if they really specifically removed them, because hair and bodies are in such good condition. It's just as if the children took the rings and earrings out or something. Whatever. I have another doll that is a double for me in this lot. I was almost sure that she would be in there because I saw these bold red lips and then this typical, you know, 80s, mid 80s, early mid 80s style of the eye paint and the lashes. And yeah, I do have this doll. It's already my third one. This is Loving You Barbie. She is such a pretty Barbie. This again is a variant to the one I have. So I'm thinking about keeping her as well or not. I don't know production country of mine, but this is Taiwan. So the other one is maybe Malaysia or Philippines. So Loving You Barbie is from 83. And this one has a little bit of, you know, stronger makeup in terms of the like eyebrows are a little darker, a little sharper, everything is more pronounced. Mine looks a little bit softer, a little cuter, I would say. That's why I want to keep mine. And also her hair is a little bit, it's still a very good condition. It's like saran hair and everything, but it's in the front you see there is a couple of plucks are very, very thin. So she's not in the best condition hair-wise. Body-wise she is, so there's nothing really about her. No problems at the legs. I have another, like I have three. One of the ones that I have has the problems with the legs. She doesn't, it's really nice. It's like very sharp 80s feet. Everything is perfect. And I did have this outfit because one of my Loving You Barbies are purchased online with the outfit. It's not in a super good condition. Couple of rips are in here. It's a little bit, you know, the velvet is a little bit, you know, it looks just played with. There's a little rip here, but at least if I would want to keep her, because she is kind of a variant to mine, I would have another outfit. Oh, I just forgot to put shoes on her, but now let's get to my favorite one, because I was so hoping that in this bunch, when I saw them, I saw all these early mid 80s faces, and I was like, I hope there's either a Peaches and Cream Barbie in there or a Day to Night. Yeah, Day to Night. Finally, I can put this outfit on the correct doll. I have this outfit for a while. I always put it on one of my double Loving You Barbies, but now I have an original Day to Night Barbie. She is so iconic. Let's take the head off her because otherwise it would probably fall down. So here you see her face. She's got pink lips and just one white spot in the eye. There is a version that has two. But very light eyebrows, and then this typical, you know, the eyes with a lot of lashes. I have styled her hair in this really, like, this is the only one that I styled the hair specifically in a specific curly style, because I wanted to have these super like neat curls on her. I think the original hairstyle is similar to that. And yeah, I have, you know what, I have found recently a top or the bodice underneath in a better condition, and now I finally have this doll. So also her feet, there's nothing, like, everything looks super good. It's just, you know, missing the ring and missing the earrings. So like this Barbie is from 84, 85, and she is the super iconic Barbie that, you know, you could change the outfit, you could take off the jacket, there's this strap top underneath, and then you could change this skirt inside out, and then it would be more like a you know, evening dress, a dark pink evening dress. She would come with so many more accessories. I have just a couple of them, like the shawl, the head, the shoes, and this suitcase. There's also a very cool play set to this doll, and you know, recently people kind of remembered this doll probably when Margot Robbie in her you know, the marketing campaign for the Barbie movie in some of the red carpets was wearing exactly this outfit. So I'm so happy that I finally have the correct doll to this. This was probably when I was at home and I was researching all of those dolls. I was like, please let this be either Peaches and Cream or like Day to Night, one of them. This is Day to Night? Yes! I was like head over heels. I was so happy. Oh, I don't even know where to put her. Let's put her here and get to the last Barbie of that like haul, or that specific, you know, pick up from that vendor. And this is the My First Princess Barbie from 1989-90. Also a doll that I wanted to have for a while. I do have this dress twice already. I think it was one of those dresses that I bought online when I just started, you know, like collecting Barbie, and I wanted to have some cute dresses. This is one of the first ones I picked up online. Then I found it again at another flea market, but I never found the doll. And this is one of those occasions, you know, the doll with the correct outfit together and beautiful condition. The dress is the best condition that I have it in. The doll, her hair, I actually don't have her crown. That's not the correct crown. This one came from a fashion pack, but she has a very similar one. Here she is. So she has these super short curly bangs, very light blonde saran hair. Let's take her off the stand. Also the kind of factory curl returned. I think she had a little more curls to begin with, but I mean, yeah, can't complain. She also had her original hairstyle, so this knot at the top is still original. I didn't do anything to it. I just replaced the rubber band beneath it. And I mean, these crowns never really stay on well, but I think the one that she had a little, like the edge was a little scalloped, but other than that, this always gets down, but whatever. These poofy like sleeves, and then this pattern. You often see this dress when it's really crinkly already. It still looks beautiful, but you cannot really see actually the flower pattern that's in it when you have a really crinkly version of it. Here, this is still so straight. I mean, oh my goodness, I've never had a version of this dress that is so good still, and this was like, it was very dirty at the flea market, but I think she just came with these normal heels. I mean, she's from 89-90, so she is a little bit of a later doll concerning some of the others. You know, we had dolls in this lot from 82, 83, etc. If there were these two sisters that I'm just imagining right now, this was probably a doll from the second sister, so from a little younger one, probably. I don't know. She has such a beautiful face, this blue eye makeup. She's a little bit more on the budget side of the doll lines back then, because she's got the straight arms, so she doesn't have the superstar arms, but all of the My First Barbies were like this. So it turns out that this second round at the flea market was like the best idea, because I was like already like, oh, should I go another round? Because last time at this flea market I was also not super successful. Best decision.
Oh my gosh, I did not expect that. It's my second round today, so I've passed by this vendor already before, and they had not unpacked. So my hope was that when they unpacked that there would be something, because it's the same vendor that I also a couple of, like 2 months ago, bought the Golden Dream Barbie and the Twirly Curl. They had a huge amount of Barbies. Oh my gosh. Okay, what's here? Disney books and wow, lots of Alf cassette tapes. But I'm not a big fan of Alf. I never was. Someone else can find them and have fun with them. Ewoks. Perfect. It's from the Ewok cartoon.
And while still reminiscing on the camera, like over these Barbies, I went to this little like vendor there, private vendor with some kids, and they had a bunch of books. And one of them was this Ewoks books. And it's been a while since I gotten anything like Ewok related for my collection, because you know I'm a huge Star Wars fan, like everything Star Wars, from books to TV shows to movies to collectibles, vintage and new, etc. I like a lot of the stuff, but I've gotten like since 1 year or around 1.5 years really into collecting, specifically like vintage Ewok stuff. And you know, in the 80s, when actually Star Wars was not really big anymore, like 85 or 86, that's when this book was released. It's from the cartoon. There was an Ewok cartoon show. Obviously the Ewoks are from Return of the Jedi, these little teddy bears in there, and they are cute and they are important, and I've always liked them. But I especially like that a lot of the toys that were put out for them were more made for, you know, preschoolers. They are cutesy. That's why I like collecting for it, and I also like the look of the TV show. So here we've got a book that has tons and tons of pictures, you know, from the TV show. So it's just a neat little thing that I can put in my Ewok collection. You know, a couple of cutesy, Wicked and Nisa. And I have watched a couple of the episodes. I mean, it's a typical, you know, 80s cartoon, not really a lot to do with Star Wars, but little adventures of these, you know, Ewoks that live on Endor, or on the moon of Endor, and have their adventures in this forest there. So happy to get this. I don't remember how much I paid, like €2, €1. I don't remember. It was like totally fine for me.
Oh yes, I totally had something like that. It's probably from the 70s, but my sisters grew up in the 70s. So I had, in our garden house, we had something like this, the very old stuff from my sisters. I had no idea that this was published in Germany. Frosty the Snowman. Da, 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 da. I love the song, but I didn't know it when I was a child. So I thought that never made it here, but apparently it was. When is this VHS from? 1992. Would have been my time. Bussy Bear. I had a Bussy Bear cookbook when I was little. Similar style like these. This is more like crafting with Bussy Bear. I had like something like cooking with Bussy Bear. I clearly have no idea what they are. Oh, this is biker mice. Whoa. Yeah, missing the legs. Biker mice from Mars. Did they really have action figures? I thought they just had the bendables, the bendies. Okay, missing the head. What the fuck is this? It's a Han Solo from the very early Power of the Force 2 line. Not interesting. This is something Transformers related. I can see it. Probably also broken to pieces. Darth Vader, something. Oh. Does it have, I don't know, it looks like it belongs into a Mighty Max, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't have this Mighty Max, but I think this goes into the Mighty Max, the big spider one. Well, not big, but...
And then this. Ooh, what is this? Why did I pick up this crazy spider dude? But I said it already in the footage. I was pretty sure it goes to a Mighty Max set, and it does. I could have immediately actually seen it, because here there's a spot for one of the Mighty Max characters to stand. And it's not just round, it has the shape. So Mighty Max is this boy toy line from the 90s. That is, you know, the boy version of Polly Pocket. So they had these cool, like compacts or bigger play sets with these super miniature guys, you know, these super miniature dolls or figures. And a lot of the play sets or the compacts were really like elaborate, so that they would have additional pieces that kind of belong into this play set, that are not just figures but kind of are part of the whole environment. And one of them is the spider. It goes into the 1992 Mighty Max Trapped by Arachnoid compact, one of the 1992 first released, you know, Doom Zones. And without the spider, the compact looks a little plain, but if you put it in the correct place, close it up, the legs are sticking out, and then you have this whole, like, it's one of the necessary pieces, and you often find this one without the spider. So it's like, I'm gonna pick up the spider. You know, I'm not just into Barbie. I do love a couple of the boyish toy lines, and Mighty Max is one of them. Probably because of its ties to Polly Pocket, because it's got the same like production company. It's also made by Bluebird Toys. And whenever I find, maybe even online, I look it up now, if I find one for cheap without the spider, I can add the spider dude to it. So I'm pretty like happy that I was able to identify it. I was like, I saw all of these action figures. Some of them were interesting, but most of them were broken. And then I was like, I think that's Mighty Max. And I was correct. So thank you so much for watching. So that was very Barbie heavy, but it's not just Barbie, because, you know, when I go to flea markets, I cannot just like force what I find. It might be Barbies, it might be completely different stuff. It might be a pony, might be a G3 pony. It might be boy toy stuff. It might be a He-Man figure. Who knows? I cannot predict what I find. So that's why these videos are always a mix of different toy lines and sometimes very Barbie heavy. So I hope you enjoyed it. So if you did, don't forget, you can give it a thumbs up. Yeah, also watching is already enough, but if you want to do a little more, then hit this thumbs up button. Maybe you want to give me a comment down below. I'm always happy to read everything you want to tell me about this video, about your collecting adventures. I hope to be able to answer a lot of them, probably not all of them, because lately a lot of you have been commenting, which is amazing, but that also means I might not be able to answer every one of your comments. And suddenly some of your comments are also switching into the like area of where I have to approve them. Although they are not really strange comments, there's a normal comment and I'm like, whew, I didn't even see them because they were kind of hidden behind the filter of I have to approve these comments. So like, huh? That's why sometimes your comments might not be like visible immediately, and I don't see that I have these kind of hidden comments. But whatever, enough talking about that. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to subscribe, feel free to do that. So thank you so much for watching. See you real soon, and may the toys be with you. Bye!